Community research begins in the community, so we need to be clear what we mean by a community. Sometimes it's a particular area. Sometimes it's linked to an organization. It's also sometimes entirely virtual. In this course, we're concerned primarily with how communities can improve their own well-being and prosperity. So we focus most on communities in a particular place or area. That means you define what you mean by community or which community you want to focus on. Your research will begin because you've identified a problem or issue. You want to find a way to improve things, so it makes sense to begin by finding out more about the problem.
When we first started, the aim was to work with the children who were out of school. But as we started working with them, we realized that there is a lot of work that's also needed at home, because the work that the teachers do, it's really futile if it's only one-sided.
Suha was finding out what she needed to know to make a success of the project. It wasn't just about the children, but also about their social context. Metziad did the same. He wanted to find out why students had such problems with learning maths. So he developed his action research skills in order to find out.
المشكلة صارت واضحة إلي أنا بالنسبة لي، إنه الطلاب بلشوا ياخذوا عن طريق البصم، طريق الحفظ والاسترجاع، وهي الطريقة التقليدية اللي كلياتنا بنتعلمها ونعرفها من قبل. حاولت إنه أنا ابتكر شغلات جديدة تحفز الطلاب، تخليني يشتغلوا، تخليني يبعدوا عن طريقة البصم. عملت البحث، بداية بلشت باستبيان للطلاب حتى أحدد أنا من الطلاب وين نقطة ضعف عندهم. والاستبيان لحتى أعمله أنا بده يكون البحثي لازم يكون في مشاركة مع الأهل. الاستبيان جاب نتيجة حلوة، يعني في أهالي كتير تستقبلوا الفكرة وإنه مؤيدين لهالفكرة هاي.
So involving the parents is important because they may resist the change to new methods. A questionnaire can be useful, but you need more than that. You need an understanding of what's going on in the community around the activity you're interested in, and we have to build trust if we are to hear their most important stories. A community project in the city of Beirut, conducted by an academic researcher, Mona Halak, took the same kind of approach.
Jeanne d'Arc Street as a pedestrian-friendly project originated with the idea of having an inclusive urban environment, which is totally absent in Beirut. So we thought that as AUB, as a neighborhood initiative, it's our duty to start proposing to the municipality, to the authorities, a pilot project that we would test and we would really see if this would improve the quality of life of these people. And we did.
How did they start such a community project? Mona began by talking to colleagues in different disciplines in the university to get an overall idea of how to pinpoint the problems they might be tackling. But that's not all.
And then we went, vice versa, we went to the people. We identified the stakeholders, we talked to the residents, to the businesses. So we identified the stakeholders, the businesses, the residents, the institutions, even the clubs, the schools, even the major institutions like Banque du Liban, like the major bank headquarters, to see what is it that would make this place a better place.
In all these cases, the community-based researcher began with an issue they were concerned about. But in each case, they began by finding out more about it, from the children's homes, from their parents, from the shopkeepers. Because in each case, we have to understand our research question from the perspective of the members of the community. Then we can say we're really doing community-based research.